Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week I am doing a little bit of a prediction kind of read, so relying heavily on intuition for this particular reading. So we'll see how we go. I haven't tried this on film before, so it does work really well in person, but so it's going to be interesting to see if it carries through in collective energy as well. Okay, but please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. And this week I've got the Scrying Ink lenormand. I do have the Voice of the Souls Oracle, as well as the Love Message Oracle cards. Okay, so those ones will be a little bit more straightforward rather than predictive as such, but we'll see what wants to come out basically. Okay, so getting into it for you, we're going to use the Voice of the Souls first. Okay, predictions for Gemini. Predictions for our Geminis. What predictions does Gemini need to take notice of? Okay, so I've pulled out, these two cards came out together. We do have loss and the message of freedom. They've come out together. So this is actually a prediction that there is going to come a time where you're going to see that loss as actually a freedom. So it's really the way that you're perceiving a loss at the moment. Okay, so I do feel for a lot of you there is a loss that you have already suffered that we're seeing here, whereas it's the way that you're that you're going to sort of realize that losing that thing or that person from your life has actually freed your life up in order to get something different or go on a different path or something like that. So I'll get some clarity on that specifically there, but I do feel straight away that this is predicting that something that you may still be grieving. I do kind of get this energy that you may still be grieving the loss of this. So for some of you it may be like a connection or a relationship with a person, or something like a job that you've lost and that kind of thing. It keeps giving me this energy of 6 months from now you'll look back and you'll go, oh, hang on, if I didn't lose that job or that person, I would never have gotten this other job or this other person that are so much better than that thing that I lost. So that's kind of what's coming through here, that message of freedom, that losing something is actually going to, in the long term, give you this freedom to actually, go a different path to what you had initially planned. But it's going to work out really nicely for you there. Can we get some clarity on that for Gemini, please? Please clarify that message of freedom and loss for Gemini. Yeah, so it's I'm definitely seeing the freedom side coming through here. We have that clarified by the stars. Okay, so for some of you, this is something that you thought you were wishing for and you've lost that opportunity. You had high hopes for something, but that was lost to you. But for others of you, this is where the freedom is coming through, is that this frees you up to actually get your wishes met. So you're not sort of really aware that that thing that you have lost, it wasn't actually in alignment with your true desires, your truest wishes here, that there was something you needed to lose that in order to realign yourself with your true desires, your true dreams here, because we do have the clover coming through, that allowing you to start to take a chance, take a bit of a risk on something different that you maybe never would have taken a chance on if you hadn't have lost that thing that was, because I'm kind of feeling that this thing that you've lost, it was something that you thought you wanted it, and that's why you're grieving the loss of that. You did think that you wanted that. In the example of a job, it's kind of like you thought that that was your ideal job. You thought that that was a really good job for you. You were well suited to that. You lost that job, and now it's freeing you up to kind of realize, hang on, was it really my true dream job? And it's freeing you up to take a chance on something completely different, unexpected, that you maybe had never considered before. And now you're like, oh, well, I've got no job, so I need a job. I bet I might as well take a chance on this job. And then all of a sudden you're doing this new job and you're like, wow, okay. So this is the comparison. This is what dreams truly are made of. Whereas that old dream that I thought was my dream, that has nothing on this, because we do see the sun coming through here for you as well. So a lot of happiness being revealed to you after you taking a bit of a chance, a bit of a risk here. You do get a lot of happiness coming from, you kind of looking back 6 months from now going, I'm so happy that I lost that job, because, if I hadn't have, I would never have taken the chance on, starting my own business or taking this different opportunity, or going a totally different, career path here. And it works out really nicely for you in the long run here. So my prediction is that, you will be looking at something that right now you're looking at it as a bit of grief, a bit of loss associated with that thing or person. In the future, you're going to realize that it's actually brought you so much closer to your true dreams and your true desires, your true happiness. If you hadn't have taken a chance on accepting that loss and moving forward from that, that you wouldn't have got to where you are now, like in the future kind of energy. We do also see guide coming through. So straight away with that card coming through in a prediction reading, we do sort of feel as though you are going to meet somebody in the near future who is actually going to, act as a guide for you in some kind of a way. This person is going to be like a teacher of sorts. I'm just going to clarify exactly what they're going to guide you with. What is this person guiding Gemini toward or with? What aspect of life is this guide for Gemini? Okay, so I'm kind of getting that you're probably going to meet them very, very soon, because this guide, we do have the scissors and then the book. Okay, so this is your cut and paste teacher. They're going to show you how to, cut that loss and break free from that loss and turn it into a new beginning for yourself, a brand new chapter for yourself. They're going to help guide you through this loss. It may be somebody who has, gone through a similar thing, that kind of thing. And it may not be a guide in that sort of sense where they're outright sitting there telling you, Gemini, this is what you need to do. I feel for a lot of you, it's leading by example kind of energy. We do see the Black Panther there, and that's a creature usually best observed, and that we observe and learn a lot from watching the way that they move so gracefully. And I feel like this is what's happening. So for that example where you losing a job, or you have lost a job here, just using that as an example, of course it's not necessarily everybody's case. This maybe somebody was lost the job at the same time as you, and you're watching the way that they deal with that, and the way that they get on with that, and the way that they utilize that loss and turn it into something else, and that guiding and showing you by example, how to cut free from this past thing, and then move forward into new chapters for yourself. So it's kind of that lead by example kind of guide coming through for you, but it does show us, usually it's somebody older or more mature than you in some kind of way, but you're going to kind of realize that, if I didn't know that person, I wouldn't have been able to watch and see how to really do this for myself. So we do see that there is a specific person that is coming through as a bit of a guide for you in the near future. Any other predictions Gemini needs to be aware of? Any other predictions Gemini needs to be aware of? Just we have the moon, the lily, and the clouds. It's just be that I feel is more advice than prediction. It's just kind of letting you know that making sure you're taking your true emotions on board, and being very intimate and understanding of your compassionate of your own emotions, being very close to your emotional self, but also balancing that out with the cloud energy there, the thoughts, the rational, the logic, and long term being able to move forward in a balanced kind of way, taking both emotion and logic on board in a very kind of rational way, and that's going to serve you long term. So I do feel as though that's mostly advice for you there, Gemini. Okay, but any love predictions for Gemini? Love predictions for our Geminis. Okay, we had 3 come falling out straight away. Let go of the need to control. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. We do see free yourself, which also talks about you don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. So predicting here that there is some issues of control. I'm kind of feeling as though that's a more present energy, but we need to deal with this situation so that that prediction can come in. We need to deal with our control issues around love, and letting things unfold naturally when it comes to love so that this can come through for you. Okay, this is reconciliation. Someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. So, this person will not return to your life if you have not dealt with these control issues. So for some of you, there may have been some issues with this past person, specifically to do with control or the way that you react to controlling type behaviors. Control, sometimes it's not like the way that you think when you hear controlling. It's not necessarily that. It's the way that you have to control and hold back, and controlling your own emotions and those sorts of things. I feel like this is why we're seeing the need for you to actually be very in touch and close to your emotions here, because you need to actually let go of that control a little bit and allow yourself to just feel, and just feel what you feel and think what you think, and don't tell yourself you need to think a certain way, you need to feel a certain way, because whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, that is right for you in the moment. Okay, so allowing it to happen naturally, and then we may see that reconciliation coming through. Okay, but someone's going to pop up from the past in the future here, but like I said, it's different timelines for everyone with that, because of that control thing. So maybe making a bit of a look at yourself with that control stuff and see what that means for you, the way that and for some of you that may be the way that you accept control from others as well, and needing to reconcile that within yourself before you can have a reconciliation with an actual person. Now, for some of you, I am picking up that reconciliation is not actually a romantic love connection. It may be like a family member you've lost touch with, a friend you lost touch with, those sorts of things as well. Love can be a lot of different things, and it's somebody that you have love for, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic love, although for some of you it is romantic love as well. Okay, I just want to double check with the lenormand on the romantic love side of things. Predictions for Gemini with romantic love. Predictions for Gemini with romantic love. We're definitely seeing some communication. So once again, I'm picking up on that reconciliation energy there. We've got the anchor as well as the letter. So this is someone where you may have like lost contact with this person because you felt very stuck in that connection. They felt very stuck in the connection. You felt as though you were holding one or the other was holding the other back. Um, but we're definitely seeing some sort of communication coming through. This does feel like it's coming through relatively soon. It feels like there is going to be some sort of, and it feels like that anchor is changing, that whatever has held you both stuck or held back in the past, you're now actually seeing that is now has sort of stabilized itself within this person, that this person, and maybe that's what it was in the past, that this person was just not stable, not dependable, but they've changed that. They've made effort to change that. They want to be stable. They want to be dependable now. Okay, so I am feeling that this communication is going to be heavily about dependability and stability of each other, and can I rely on you kind of communication. And someone maybe needing to prove that they are going to be able to, you can rely on them. So definitely picking up that for a lot of you, that's connected to that reconciliation energy, someone that you've known before. But yeah, so definitely seeing that communication coming through, but the actual reconciliation feels a bit further away. So, I do feel as though for a lot of you, you will be getting communication within the next month. Yeah. So, come back in a month and let me know how that goes, Gemini. But yeah, that's what we've got for you today, Gemini. Hopefully it sort of give you a bit of insight into what's coming up in the near future for you. And, do leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you all soon.